Here's how to make your own viral name sweater for your little one. For this project, you'll need a children's sweater, a water-soluble marker, a yarn needle, and your preferred yarn or multiple colors of yarn. When choosing your yarn, you'll want to pay attention to its weight and choose one between 4 and 6. A yarn with a weight of 4 will create this kind of look, whereas a yarn with a weight of 6 will create this chunkier look. When I write out the name for my sweaters, I typically freehand it, but you can use one of these shirt ruler guides to ensure you get the best placement. Now, embroidering these sweaters is actually fairly simple because you only need to use one stitch to embroider the entire name, and it's called a chain stitch. Essentially what you do is you bring your thread through one point. Let's call this point A. And once it's pulled all the way through, you'll push the needle back through that same point, point A. And then you bring it up through a secondary point called point B. Now the key is when you're pulling your yarn up through point B, you want to make sure that it's within the loop that was created from point A. And then you're just going to repeat those steps. You're going to push your needle back through point B and bring it up through a new point, which we'll call point C. But as you're doing this, you just want to make sure that your yarn is within the loop that was created from point B. Now, if you decide to switch colors throughout the name, here's how you're going to do this. Instead of bringing your needle back through whatever point you just created, you're going to bring it through a point right next to that one, but that is on the opposite side of the existing loop. At this point, you're going to flip your sweater inside out and weave the yarn back and forth through the back stitches. I'll show you a better example of this on the letter K I did. Once you get about halfway up the letter, you'll want to take the excess yarn from the beginning of the letter and do the same weaving until the two ends meet in the middle. I then like to double knot the ends together and then weave 2 more times to tuck the thread before trimming. By using this method, you're going to keep the back of your sweater fairly clean and decrease the likelihood of the yarn snagging and the name getting messed up. Now at this point, you can begin stitching with your new color, making sure that it overlaps with where you ended that last color so that the letters seem to blend together without an obvious break where you changed colors. Once you're all finished, just rinse off the marker with some warm water and hang to dry or tumble dry on low with the sweater turned inside out. If you're interested in trying to make your own sweater, I have everything I used here linked on my Amazon. Happy embroidering!